Landlord's log, Sunday 23rd of October 2011, time 3:45 PM. We're now on our way to Great Yarmouth to have a look at our property where the tenants moved out at very short notice. They dropped us a line earlier on in the week saying, can't afford the rent anymore, we're 1 month in arrears, but you've got the damage deposit, please find and close the keys. There was no forwarding address or anything, so we need to go and have a look at the property, make sure there's no damage. If there is, obviously we need to prepare a schedule of works to get the property re-let, and then obviously get the property advertised and marketed so we can reduce and minimise the void period as soon as possible. We'll be at Yarmouth in about 20 minutes time. Join me again then. Sunday 23rd of October 2011, time 4:20 PM, just arrived at 45 Elsie Road, taking a quick look round just so we can see what we need to record and show you. The property has been damaged quite a lot, not as bad as I've seen before. If we start with the front door, you can see that stickers have been put on the front door at some time and removed. That's left sticky stuff, that's not going to be a major issue. Typical pile of posts left behind from a tenant that's done a midnight flit. They only moved out early in the week, and we've already got how much post, so we'll take that with us and try and deal with it. The wooden floors seem to have survived pretty well. This property was actually refurbished about 2 years ago, just before these tenants moved in, so everything was absolutely immaculate at the time. We can see here that the heating control has been damaged, and if we take a look around the walls, you'll see all these picture hooks have been put up, which isn't a major disaster, but they should have at least been filled in before the tenants moved out. As I said, I've seen a lot worse than this, but it's not ideal. Moving towards the kitchen, you can see that the cushion flooring has lifted very slightly, not been left in a particularly clean state. You can see all this sugar or some sort of a food residue, sticky stuff again all over the cabinetry. Sinks aren't particularly left very clean. As we walk through into the bathroom area, you can see from the floors that this place doesn't look as though it's been inhabited by tenants that are particularly clean. Really don't know what's happened to the walls here. We'll have to get that one checked out. Other than that, well, look at the baths. If we look around the bath, again, I don't know what's happened, whether they've just allowed it to overflow. It's certainly not been cared for, and these problems haven't been reported to us throughout the tenancy. I've just noticed as we've left the bathroom area, walking back towards the kitchen, that on the cushion flooring there's a large chunk of the cushion flooring missing. I don't think that's going to be able to be repaired, and given the state of the cushion flooring, I'm not sure how clean it would come up, even if we were to have a go at that. So I suspect this is going to be a case of having to replace the cushion flooring. As we walk up the stairs, I can see that this property has had quite a lot of wear and tear. Given that all of this was painted and decorated, you can see as we look at the banister how tired the paintwork is looking. Certainly another job for redecoration. The carpets are in pretty good condition still. Felt back, bleach cleanable, polypropylene in the cappuccino colour. Carpet cleaner will sort those out, no problem at all. But as we look up, those walls were magnolia, and as you can see they're certainly not magnolia anymore. They've been painted without my permission. Again, lots of picture hooks have been put up as well. Just need to be pulled out and filled in and part of the decorating, but you know, one of those things that is a real bugbear of mine as a landlord, having to sort these things out. One of the wonderful features of this little terrace property is that you can see that the master bedroom has actually got a huge walk-in wardrobe. I guess it's even big enough to be used as an office. Not sure what these particular tenants have used it for, but again we can see damage to walls, lots of picture hooks that have been put up around here. Again, it looks like they've stuck something to the walls and removed it. You can see the residue of blue tack here. Not that blue tack's an issue, but when it takes chunks of the plaster out, as it has here, again it causes for a redecoration job. More picture hooks as we turn around. They certainly like their pictures, these tenants. We're now in the second bedroom. Again, picture hooks all over the place, and this woodwork really hasn't been cared for at all. Little knocks in it all over the place. More picture hooks, more picture hooks, more picture hooks, more picture hooks, and more picture hooks. As we look out the window, you see it's a very nice little area, just off typical Coronation Street properties, and this property actually sits in an area just off Coronation Road, which is just very much terrace type properties that a lot of landlords get involved with. It's the only one of its kind that I ever bought. It was a real bargain when I bought it. So that was my property at 45 Elsie Road. They're not all as bad as this, and please don't let me encourage you to think that being a landlord is all bad. The vast majority of my tenants are absolutely excellent. I do obviously have the opportunity of going back through the application forms and the information that we took. We've got the national insurance numbers of these tenants. We've got previous addresses. So we could pursue this if we wanted to. I'm not absolutely sure whether we will, whether there's much point in it given the circumstances that they've moved out in a rush because they haven't got any money. It's not completely trashed. There's no malicious damage in that property, just a lot of wear and tear. It's been well used, not particularly well cared for, but these things happen. The vast majority of my properties and the vast majority of my tenants are great people. They really look after my properties. I know I've shown you a couple this month where we've had problems. I can assure you that that isn't the norm. It's just been a rough month, I guess. But c'est la vie. This is what happens in life. And we'll get it sorted. We'll get it relet. And onwards and upwards. My message as always to landlords, live long and prosper.